Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope you guys are doing well. I listened to an interview between Dr. Mark Hyman and another individual yesterday on the Doctor's Pharmacy, and they were talking about how the United States, though it be one of the most developed nations, has one of the fastest and most rapid declining states of health. Even though we have, good health care, it isn't due to our medical system, and how we have also a rapidly declining quality of public education. And there are two individuals in the interview with Dr. Mark Hyman. One of them was talking about social economics of inner cities. And they were talking about how people of the inner cities, how almost government has created both poverty and dependence and chronic disease. And the way it did it is with food. You see, all of these CEOs of the major corporations in the food industrial complex got in the back pockets of politicians, and they wrote legislations to be in favor of them and to not regulate them so that they could have access to school food, commercial food, convenience food. And if you go to the inner cities, it is so hard to get a hold of food that nourishes. There was a story of one lady in the inner city. She had to take 2 buses for a 2.5-hour round trip just to buy vegetables. And the only places you can find food are corner mom and pop gas station, shipped in, trucked in food, and fast food, convenience food. And the thing that's creating chronic disease in the inner cities is because people don't have access to good food. So now the government has created a financial, medical dependence on them, because now they take care of these people medically that have malnourished themselves over the years, and they have created that need, and it's not going to go away until we start changing how we spend our money. And the realization that even though we live here in Wilson County, a small rural community in southeast Kansas, our little town, our community has one restaurant, we have several gas stations, and we have several fast food places, and we have one grocery store. And anytime you go into the gas station, there are people that get their staple foods, their nourishment from gas station food. And when you do that over a long period of time, it creates chronic disease. The other lady in the interview talked about how in the education system in inner cities, educators are having to deal with kids between the ages of 12 and 18. 50% of the school has a chronic disease. That means they're not only having to worry about teaching them, but medicating them on the government dollar as well. And this is where all of our tax money goes. So if we're going to change the system, we don't do it by voting every 4 years. We do it by how we spend our money and where we spend our money. People here in town, I see people of all socioeconomic statuses going into Casey's or shopping in the middle part of the grocery store, which I do too. But when that is where we're eating our staple foods and trying to gain nourishment from, like if we're eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and one of them or 2 of them or 3 of them are from fast food or from something in a box that's quick and easy, sign yourself up for chronic disease. It's going to be you. You're going to be a statistic, and I don't want to be a statistic. That's why I'm trying to get myself out of that circle. I don't want to be there. I don't want you to be there. But it takes awareness, and it takes curiosity for all of us to start doing our own research. That is what has led me to where I am right now. Is I started flipping over rocks out of curiosity, and other people that made me curious, like, is that really true? Is that really real? And yeah, you just have to find out for yourself. Don't believe me. I'm just a talking idiot, just like the politicians on TV. I'm no different. Everybody has to come to their own realization. And if you spend some time people watching, it won't take long, because we're here. We're there. We're about to have to take care of an extremely diseased and dependent population. And our economy will not be able to bear it. It just won't. So the next time you go to the gas station and you eat a meal with gas station food, you're not eating the food of liberty. You're eating the food of poverty and slavery. because it's going to enslave you eventually if you make it a habit. I'm not saying I don't ever eat gas station food, because I do. And that I don't ever eat something that is processed, because I do. But we are in the pursuit of a direction that one day we won't. And it's about a process. You can't just, it's not a day and night thing. It's a pursuit of a goal. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. This, I'll attach the podcast and the interview that both of these individuals talk about this, because it's eye-opening, and it's not opinionated, it's factual. These are real things that people deal with in inner cities that we here in rural Kansas would never know, but it's also affecting us too on a different scale. So anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you have something that nourishes your body and helps you be able to show gratitude and love to other people, and gives you healing. And just know that even though we're a developed nation and we have access to food whenever we want it, the Lord's Prayer never said, "Give me my hourly bread." It said, "Give me my daily bread." We're not entitled to eating 3 meals a day or a bunch of meals. Our bodies aren't designed like that. See you later.